let's wrap this up with some happy stuff with some Patreon questions. www.patreon.com/DrinkABeerandPlayAGame, where for as little as $2 a month, you can ask a question that we will answer on this Power Hour podcast. And we're going to start with actually a holdover from last week because he got it in right after we recorded, so we have 8 patrons. I'm not going to not answer the question. So, first one, from G to Next Level. Is there a game from a series you love that changed genres for one time that surprised you with how good it was? For him, it was BioWare's Sonic Chronicles on the DS. The game doesn't get enough love. Cheers, guys.
So a game that changed genres in a series I love. All right, I think you should go first because that's going to require me thinking a little bit.
All right, I'm just going to go easy and say Zelda 2, Adventure of Link, because, at the time, no one hadn't established what a Zelda game was, but it sure as hell is different now from the rest of the series. People either seem to love it or hate it, but I don't think it gets enough love either. People hate on it too much just because it's hard and grind heavy.
All right, well, I'm going to take it a different way. Not fully say I do like this game. We've covered it. But Resident Evil 4, what it did to Resident Evil series itself. It's a great game. It just didn't feel like a Resident Evil game, and it spawned that style of gaming for Resident Evil for a little while. So, still a great game, but it just went basically full Michael Bay action at that point.
Yep. All right, good question. And now on to the ones for this episode. First up, Game Whisperer Dean. What game deserved a sequel but never got one?
What game deserves a sequel but never got one?
I'll go real quick while you're thinking. I'll go with Ristar or Rister, however you want to say it, on the Genesis. Great platformer. The gimmick is you're reaching out with your arms to go and swing yourself and reach out and grab things for different platforming elements. Very well-made game, collector piece at this point. Surprised, maybe just because of how late it came out, that it never got a sequel.
And I'll just piggyback off Jim and say Kid Chameleon for the Genesis.
Yeah.
Because it's a very beloved game. Easy concept that you could go all over the place with. I thought it had legs, and I'm shocked nothing ever came out after.
Yeah, I can definitely go with that. All right, G's question for this episode. What are your thoughts on FMV games as a whole in the gaming industry, and what is your favorite FMV title? I still think his is Wirehead on the Sega CD. Cheers.
Jim and I are obviously boner boys for FMVs. They were selling points. Although I didn't play many full FMV games except for, what is it called? Phantasmagoria?
Oh, nice.
Or that and Her Story are the two full. Like, I didn't play many Sega CD games or Jaguar or any of those systems that would have had them. But if a game on the PlayStation had those movies, I was completely sold.
Oh, yeah.
It's just a very fun way. They might not have aged as well, but I still love them to this day.
Yeah, I think I really want to get around one day to playing Road Avenger because that just looks really fun, but I've never touched it. But I'd say of the games I've played, I don't think I've ever finished an FMV game because they tend to be really annoyingly hard. But I'll probably go with Dragon's Lair.
All right. Good question.
Yeah, real good question. And followed up, last one from Eric Glowacki. What mainstream game series are you guys sick of, respectively? That's a tough one.
I'm going to say we can only answer ones we actually play, because I know you're sick of a lot of them that you've never played.
I don't even know if I'm really sick of anything, though. All right, you know what? I think I can do a series real quick.
Go ahead.
I'd probably say just the Lego series in general. Like, I get why they're so easy to make. It's a simple concept, very approachable. They're good games, but we don't need 4,000 of them.
Yeah.
Maybe take a little bit of a break from them. Because there's a Lego game for, like, every licensed property at this point that comes out.
Yeah, that's a good goddamn answer, because that's something I believe, too. Shit. There's no series right now that I can honestly... I'd love to give an answer, but there's nothing I'm sick of. Yeah, shit. That's a damn good question, and I want to think harder, and if maybe by next podcast I can think of one. But right now, there's none that I play actively. There's ones that I hear about, and I'm tired of seeing new releases every year. But, yeah, I can't think. You know what? Fuck it. Do the WWE games right now, because I think just like they've had breaks in the past, I think they need to reinvent themselves with a new engine, new system, new style. So stop releasing those so often.
Yeah, the yearly sports titles, like, there's no reason. Like, the reason is it makes money every single year for people, so that's obviously why. But there's never been enough of a jump between games to make it worth it, besides just doing a patch with an updated roster. So any friggin' sports title, you could release maybe one or two an entire generation and then just build off that for the next one.
Yeah. Yeah, I would much rather, as much as we hate microtransactions and all that, those would be the perfect type of games to, you buy the base game, and then every year you pay $5, $10, you get an updated roster and X amount of patches, and then get a full legit shift in your game, like 5 years down the line.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
So... actually, Bri, you'll be happy to know that I did crack open a Coors Light after the second dead Skype call. So, I did finally drink my Pisswassa.
Too bad drinking shit, because I actually broke open my...
Operin?
No, my Weihenstephaner Fest beer from the Deutschland. So, it's actually a delicious beer. Anyone who knows German beers probably knows these guys, and there's not enough good I can say about any of their beers, so... This is just another one par for the course.